Hello, my name's Nick Evers, AA Patrol from the West Midlands, have been for 12 years. Today we're going to show you why to check your coolant, how to check it, and how to top it up should it need any topping up. Right, two things to remember first of all. Firstly, it's a sealed system. All modern cooling systems are sealed, and as a result of that, they shouldn't ever really need topping up between services, providing everything's functioning correctly. The second and most important thing to remember is they're all pressurised systems. Because it's a pressurised system, these checks and top-ups must be done when the engine's cold. If you have run the vehicle that day, give it a few hours to cool down properly before you attempt to check or top up your coolant. So firstly, we need to identify the cooling expansion tank. There's a few places here it could be. On this particular model, it's a black cap. Most cars have got brightly coloured caps, so yellow, green is quite common. Yellow's the most common, but this one's black. If you're not sure, check your handbook. Most cooling system expansion tanks have a minimum and maximum mark on the outside. More to the point, the actual tank itself is made of a clear material, so you don't actually have to remove the cap at all to check it. You simply have to look from the outside. You may need to just shake the bottle a little bit yourself, and you can clearly see the coolant level on this vehicle is fine. It's at the maximum mark. It doesn't need anything adding to it. Your coolant should be checked really once a week. Now, there's a tendency to check it once a week, and it's the same every week, week on week, so you then tend to forget to check it. The whole purpose of this is to make sure that you can spot a leak before it causes problems, because if you don't see that leak first of all, the first time you're going to notice it is when you're driving your car, the car overheats and it may be too late. So you can see the coolant level on this car is fine. Should it need topping up, however, it's very important that you make sure you top it up with a correct coolant, because most antifreezes you mix with water before you add it to the system. General rule of thumb is 50-50, but check your book just to make sure you've got the right mix. So, should you have to top up the coolant, remember, never do it when the engine's hot. Always leave it for a few hours. Never remove this cap when the engine's hot. So you've left it to cool down, it's nice and cool, we can remove the cap slowly. If there is any residual pressure in there, you might get just a little hiss as it goes past the pressure cap, and then the cap's off, okay, and you're ready to top up. So you can use your mix, you've got your suitable container with the antifreeze mix in, use a funnel if necessary, and top the coolant up until it hits the maximum mark. Don't overfill it. If you go past the maximum mark, you're taking away some of the room inside that it needs to expand, as this is an expansion tank. So up to the maximum, and then simply refit the cap and make sure it's on securely. So that's it then, nice and simple. Easily done. Just a recap, never remove the cap when the engine's hot. Always use the correct mix. Remember, it's a sealed system as well, so it should never really need topping up. If you do need to top it up, use the correct antifreeze at the correct strength. And if all else fails, if you cannot find the correct type of antifreeze for your vehicle, just use plain water, because it's better to have something in there than a low coolant.